is a presentation of Lions Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lions Heart Media is strictly prohibited. Low snap, Cordes has it, looks to throw, has Cook, he has the record, and he has 6. See you later, touchdown South Allegheny. Shoemaker backside, Miller their header, he scores! Black cross court deflected, diving dig house, Monek for the win, got it! Looks right side, batted away. Well, Horsky with the reception and hauled down by Janko. Then looks to throw, comes back across. They set up the screen to Ruffin. Ruffin room to run. There goes Ruffin running wild into his own man. See you later. 75 yards. From Elizabeth Forward High School, it's another edition of WPIA High School Football here on MVI Live as the Elizabeth Forward Warriors out of the 3A Interstate Conference coming off a 28-14 win over the West Mifflin Titans at the Wolverina last Saturday. Take on the Highlands Golden Rams coming off a road win against the Armstrong Riverhawks as 3A showdown here from Elizabeth Forward. Alex Lyons with you all evening long for all the action between the Elizabeth Forward Warriors and the Highlands Golden Rams. As just getting announced over the PA system, the game 5-minute delayed start, and that due to all the construction with the Elizabeth Forward School District and the school catching on fire twice and all the construction now and renovations. Highlands late to the party. They've been on the field for all of about 3 minutes, so that is going to delay our start here this evening by 5 minutes before the Warriors and the Golden Rams do battle for the 4th time ever. Last year, one of the most thrilling games in all of the WPIAL, maybe the most thrilling game of week 1 a season ago. It was triple overtime where Highlands outlasted Elizabeth Forward 53-52, and EF would lose their second straight heartbreaker to start the campaign last year, but now they look to go to 2-0 on the season. As last year in this matchup, both teams were looking to avoid an 0-2 start, and this year both teams look to go to 2-0 on the season. EF, of course, they were able to rattle off a lot of success late, making their way to the semifinals where they would fall to Central Valley at Montour. As Highlands and EF last year, it was a thriller, 53-52. Triple overtime, and it went like this. Highlands up 21-0 on the Elizabeth Forward Warriors, but EF would outscore them 36-14 to send the game to overtime. Both teams struck for 7 in OT1. Both kickers knocked home 3 in OT number 2, and it was a 2-point conversion for the win for the Highlands Golden Rams to send them to 1-1 on the season. And talking to Coach Matt from Highlands earlier this week, he said, you know, that was our second straight overtime game to start last year, and we easily could have lost the season. We went for 2 just like we did the previous week. That time it paid off, and it helped propel Highlands into what he said a pretty good playoff seed, which got them a win over the Southmoreland Scotties before they would fall to Amani Christian in the quarterfinals. They would actually lead by 9 after 3 quarters of play before the Amani Christian Saints would come back and knock off Highlands as its 4th-year head coach versus 3rd-year head coach on the other side. John DeMarco for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. His squad goes as his gunslinger goes. It's Ryan Messina at the helm, an absolute standout senior leader for this Warrior squad. Third-year starter for Elizabeth Forward, Ryan Messina, and he lit it up on the ground and through the air against West Mifflin as Elizabeth Forward looks to go to 2-0. First home game of the season for the Warriors, as Coach Bonoslawski in his fourth year of Highlands has a 22-12 record, has made the playoffs every year since taking over as the head coach. And talking to him earlier this week, he said very young in the offensive line, depth behind our starters. But over the last 3 seasons of my tenure, Coach was telling me, he said, we've self-destructed. We've had attitude issues as a team. And, this year it just seems different. We've avoided that so far this year. The team's bought into focusing on themselves, and he thinks this squad can be really good this year. Says we have the talent to compete with anybody inside the WPIAL. Run-heavy offense as always for the Golden Rams, but a little different this year, as he does still love to run the football with his pair of talented tailbacks, but he has a gunslinger as well in Jamarcus Prager. 255 yards in the opener for Jamarcus Prager, and Coach was telling me, again, that's one of the highest passing totals in his tenure as head coach, with Jamarcus Prager going for 255. As talking about this game as well, saying, EF, great quarterback. That means they're going to have a chance in every single game. It's a great run program. We faced a great quarterback last week, and EF has one of the best ones we'll see all season long. Very sound team. They play the game the right way. We have to be disciplined, and we cannot turn the ball over if we want to win this game. The Golden Rams of Highlands returning to the scene of one of their greatest victories in school history, though. Back in 2001, Highlands came here to Elizabeth Forward in the playoffs as the 16 seed in the 3A quarterfinals, knocked off the Moon Tigers 23-22 here at Warrior Stadium on a last-second Conti field goal to give the 16-seeded Golden Rams the victory over Moon here at Elizabeth Forward. These two teams have played 3 times. Highlands, 1, 2, 3. They've won them all, 98, 99, and most recently last year. The Warriors, 7 straight playoff appearances, back-to-back semifinal appearances, and it's a team that has a lot of slack to pick up for, and they already showed it in week 1. Chris Climbs, now at Buffalo, as the Division I offensive lineman left to graduation. Alex Jeddick, another talented offensive lineman. A pair going to Cal U, and Charlie Niggett, one of the most dynamic players in the WPIAL last year, and Jace Brown, both at Penn West, California. Then A.J. Grease, a standout wide receiver, now at Mercyhurst for baseball, and Connor Stokes, another one of the speedy wide receivers for Ryan Messina. Ryan, a third-year starter. He's lost his top 2 wide receivers every year. Tyler Boyd, Isaiah Turner, then Stokes and Grease, and it's a whole new accord for Ryan Messina once again this season. As talking to Coach DeMarco earlier this week, he said, anytime you open the season up with a win against a tough opponent, it's great. We will take the season one game at a time and try to get better each and every week. And they're trying to go to 2-0 here on the campaign against the Highlands Golden Rams, as Highlands knows they're their biggest enemy at times, and they need to focus on playing their game and not let the outside distractions affect the way they play. And this is a team, we talked about the losses for EF. Well, they lost some big talent on the other side. A 1,000-yard club member in their quarterback, Lucas, and he had 45 total touchdowns from the helm of that offense, and also lost Darius Cherry to graduation from a season ago. But this is a team, again, they've made 4 straight playoff appearances, got a playoff win last season over Southmoreland, and the Highlands Golden Rams hoping to knock off EF on their home opener here this season, as Highlands and Elizabeth Forward for the second straight year will battle. As Highlands, their first home game comes next week as they will take on Newcastle. Elizabeth Forward, they will be back here at home against East Allegheny in Week 2 action before they get set for a couple of more non-conference games for the Warriors. Golden Rams will start conference play against East Allegheny on the 12th. EF, after tonight, still 3 non-conference games before the Interstate Conference gets underway. Highlands, Elizabeth Ford, 4th time all-time between the Warriors and the Golden Rams, and plenty of talent to speak of on both sides of the football. Jamarcus Prager, Ryan Messina, 2 standout quarterbacks. Tevin Owen Kratzenberg and Tavon Partlow both had a pair of touchdowns last week running the football. Kratzenberg 122 on the ground, Partlow 78 on the ground, and 255 through the air on the road. It was the Ryan Messina show last week, leading rusher, leading passer. And this is a guy who was out without one of his top receiving targets for the season, or for most of the season, in Colton Stahl, the 5'10 junior. But Landon Honick transfers in from GCC, speedster, someone that this Warrior squad thinks can be special on the outside. Then you have Anthony St. Angelo and Aaron Ulmer as well for the Warriors, and Ryan Messina. But another injury to speak of that happened later this week as Nico Marcanja out with an injury. The 5'7", 165 sophomore tailback will not go today for the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. So Nico Marcanja, next man up for the Warriors, going to be Travis Ducey and Rocco Thompson, the 6', 195 freshman who will help carry the rock this evening for the Warriors. Rocco Thompson had a 3-yard touchdown run in the season opener against the West Mifflin Titans. As we've talked about the quarterbacks, we've talked about some of the skill guys. Now the men trying to open the holes and protect the quarterbacks on the Golden Rams side. From left to right, Aiden Kell, Caden Dodowski, Ethan Callender in the middle with Cole Schaefer and Morgan Smith make up the offensive line. Caden Dodowski committed to Juniata. Morgan Smith, just a second-year football player, but does have a D3 offer from Coach Chase Johnson and the St. Vincent Bearcats. Cole Schaefer, all-conference offensive lineman, is the heart and soul in the trenches for this Golden Rams squad. On the other side, new look for EF. Jace Brown was at left guard a season ago. Then you also had the likes of Chris Climbs, but next man up, Damian Rice. Then Brock Friedak, the transfer from Penn Cambria. Dylan Cummings takes over at center. Tyler Scott, after missing all of last year for the Warriors, he's back on the offensive line at right guard, and Matt Gatto will round out the Warrior offensive line at right tackle for Coach John DeMarco. Both teams coming off wins. Both teams looking to go to 2-0 on the campaign here this season. And, you know, we talked about the Warriors' Chris Climbs, not just a standout offensive lineman, obviously. He was a standout defender, and that's why what he's playing at Buffalo. But Coach DeMarco said, you know, it's kind of just been next man up. It was Charlie Melib, Nala Bucknell. Then Chris Climbs took over. And he said next man up this year, without a doubt, it's going to be Brendan Stroshine, the senior linebacker tight end. Really a glue guy for this Warrior squad, and he knows this defense all so well. Stroshine, absolutely lethal for the Warriors in the middle and heart of that defense. Watch him to be running rampant tonight, trying to get to the quarterback, get in the backfield, and make life for Jamarcus Prager miserable. But talking to Ryan Messina earlier this week, the quarterback for the Warriors as well, as we jump back onto the offensive side of things and focus a little bit on the Golden Rams defense. 3-3 stack is the base defense for this Highlands Rams defense. And Messina, you know, talking to him yesterday, kind of said, hey, that's something a little worried about. You know, I think we'll be okay, but it's going to be a different look how that goes. And, you know, this Highlands squad dealing with a couple of minor tweaks, minor injuries. And Coach Matt said, hey, you know, non-conference, you know, maybe not push guys as much as we normally would. But, you know, even with that being said, he also credited this win to help their seeding from a year ago. So, you know, you can't have it both ways. Yes, non-conference doesn't affect you getting in the playoffs, but it could help your seeding down the line. And, you know, you don't want to deal with too many big injuries or anything like that. So that should be interesting to see kind of how that goes here tonight for the Highlands Golden Rams. Plenty of talent for Highlands and the Warriors as a star-studded affair under the lights from Elizabeth forward. We shall take a break, come back. It will be your Lions Heart Media players to watch. An opening kickoff right here on MVI Live. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? Three-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people. Focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Hoods up, Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. We welcome you back high above Warrior Stadium here on MVI Live. As it's the Warriors, it's the Golden Rams, it's week one action here on the network as we will take a look at our Lions Heart Media players to watch here this evening. As first, for the visiting Golden Rams of Highlands, take a look at the running back. As one of the two workhorses, obviously, Jamarcus Prager. New look offense in the infant stages, but this team loves to run the football, and the sophomore Tevin Owen Kratzenberg can do just that. 23 touches, 122 on the ground, and 2 touchdowns last week for the running back Tevin Owen Kratzenberg, as he is your Lions Heart Media player to watch for the Highlands Golden Rams. And on the other side, for the Warriors of Elizabeth forward, it is going to be the gunslinger, the quarterback, Ryan Messina, Mr. Do-It-All, 8 for 12 last week, 111 yards through the air, ran the ball 12 times for 78 yards and 3 touchdowns for Ryan Messina. He'll start his home slate here in his senior season here tonight as Ryan Messina and Tevin Owen Kratzenberg, your Lions Heart Media players to watch here this evening from Elizabeth forward as we near the start of this one between the Warriors and the Golden Rams of Highlands. Winner to 2-0 as a 3A cross-conference clash from EF this evening. The Warriors and the Golden Rams, fourth time all-time, and a pair of talented kickers to boot. Luke Holderin on one side and Jackson Babinsack on the other side. As this should be a stand-up matchup once again. The question is, how does Highlands kind of handle all the construction around here? They were late getting on the field, not a lot of warm-up time for the Golden Rams, and see if that maybe results in a slow start for Highlands. Obviously, you don't want that if you're the Golden Rams. See if they can avoid the slow start here this evening, as it's the Warriors and the Rams from Elizabeth Forward High School. As Highlands on the field, now the Warriors turn to taking a little less pomp and circumstance. Obviously, EF usually marching down the hill from the high school down to our right with the drums blaring, sirens roaring, but a different look here for the Warriors as they will still enter on the right side part of the field. And if you want to hear a little bit more about what that entrance normally means, make sure you stay tuned at the Half B Graphics halftime interview with Ryan Messina of the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. Me and him actually had a conversation about that. Sirens will still blaze. Warriors will still take the field from the right side. Normally at this point, we already know who's getting the football first, what side we're going. But again, with the delay, not the case here today. Highlands 297 and 266. On the other side, Elizabeth Forward 455 career program wins as Ryan Messina, the senior leader, and Brendan Stroshine get ready to bring the Warriors on the field as they get set to open their home slate. Short rest for Elizabeth Forward. They played Saturday at the Wolverina in a night game, knocking off the West Mifflin Titans. They lost to West Mifflin last year in what was an absolute thriller, where EF scored to make it a 1-point game on the final second, but it was a botched snap on the PAT, allowing the West Mifflin Titans to hang on and knock off EF. That was not the case this year, and now Elizabeth Forward hoping they turn the tide against the Golden Rams of Highlands this evening as well. For Highlands, your captains Cole Schaefer, Jamarcus Prager, along with Jameer Wright, and joining them is Caden Dadowski as the captains for the Golden Rams of Highlands. On the other side, the Warrior captains Ryan Messina, St. Angelo, Damian Rice, along with Brendan Stroshine and Tyler Scott. Of course, Tyler Scott, as I mentioned, missed all of last year with a knee injury, and just great to see Tyler be able to get back on the field, overcome that knee injury that took him out for an entire season. But injuries continue to plague the Warriors. We already mentioned earlier, again, Nico Marcanja, the starting tailback, out with an injury here tonight, and Colton Stahl missing maybe the entire season with an injury as well for Elizabeth Forward. But again, next man up mentality. EF wins the toss. They defer. That means the Golden Rams will send the offense on the field to start here this evening as we near, finally, the start of this one. 10 minutes delayed, but hey, that's okay. No matter what, worth the wait, hopefully here tonight from Elizabeth Forward High School for the Warriors and Highlands. Luke Holderin will send the opening kick away. Warriors home black, red numerals, white trim on the jerseys for the Golden Rams of Highlands. White jerseys, dark brown numerals with gold trim, and brown pants for the Golden Rams of Highlands. Yeah, and Highlands, normally in years past, ground and pound The question is, do they stick with that tonight, or now a man who likes to sit in the pocket a little more, likes to sling the rock in Jamarcus Prager? Nonetheless, a lot of weapons on this Highlands squad, and they can beat you in a lot of different ways. That's going to make this Highlands team very tough to defend with Prager, and then standout wide receivers, Wright Johnson, along with Derai Carter, Bryce Tavares, Keegan Babinsack, and then Owen Kratzenberg and Partlow in the back end. Holdren gets set to send this contest away. Far side, that's Tevin Owen Kratzenberg. On the near side, it is going to be Jamar Wright. As whistle blows, foot meets ball. Holdren sends week 1 away. As taken by Owen Kratzenberg at the 11. Cuts right side up the gut. Has a seam. Breaks one tackle. And knocked down by Gio Thompson at the 35. Make it 37-yard line. And it's going to be standout field position to start for the Golden Rams of Highlands at their own 37. 11:54 remaining opening quarter of play. First down and 10 for the Highlands Golden Rams. Trips near side, one receiver far side, one back. Look, that's Owen Kratzenberg. In the pistol is Jamarcus Prager. Prager sends Carter in motion left to right across the formation. An early movement and a false start looks to be coming against the Highlands Golden Rams, most likely backing Highlands up 5 yards before we get going. That is indeed the case. So first down and 15 now for the Golden Rams. Still 11:54 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. Pistol formation, Carter in motion. Prager gets the snap. Hand off, Kratzenberg swallowed up in the backfield. Gio Thompson leads the charge for Elizabeth forward with some help from Damian Rice. And it's a TFL to start back to the 30-yard line. Second down and 17 as a picture-perfect start for Elizabeth forward. Marquise Johnson far side with Carter. Twin receivers up top. Second and 17. Carter goes in motion right to left. As looking to throw. Prager has time. Prager unloads a deep ball. An incomplete flag comes flying from the far side. As getting a little handsy in the secondary was Honick. So that's going to be pass interference against the Warriors. Grabbing Jamar Wright was Honick. That ball well out of the reach. So they pick up the flag and make it third down and 17. Maybe saying, hey, that was grab was after the ball was already by him. Jamar Wright, standout high jumper. Competed in the WPIL and PIAA track championships for high jump. Placed 12th in the state, 3rd in the district. Has an offer from Hampton-Sydney University, a D3 school in Virginia. Does that intended target there, Jamar Wright. 3rd and 17 after a questionable call. Handoff, up the gut, ball on the ground. The Warriors have it. Running back the other way on the botched handoff is the Elizabeth forward defense, as the recovery belongs to EF's Matt Gatto. And it's first down, Warriors off the turnover. So first and 10, Elizabeth forward. Ball lies on the Highlands 18. $10:51 remaining. Quarter number 1. Ryan Messina in the gun. Ducey the back. 3 receiver set for Ryan Messina. Messina gets the snap. Messina handoff. Ducey squirms his way up the gut down to the 15-yard line into a host of Highlands Golden Rams. As leading the charge in the middle, that's the big defensive tackle in Cole Schaefer. 10:28, clock continuing to roll. Second down and 6 for Elizabeth forward. Messina looks to pass across the middle, has his man, cutting back down to the 5 and inside the 5 for Elizabeth forward is Austin Ulmer. Or make it Aaron Ulmer, but nonetheless.
Messina the caller with the pass completion. First down Warriors, first and goal.
Messina handoff, Ducey up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown Warriors. EF on the board early. Travis Ducey into the end zone from 3 yards out. So a turnover to a touchdown, and EF marches 18 yards. They lead it 6-0 as EF in 49 seconds finds pay dirt. Holding on to attempt the extra point. Ulmer the hold. Good snap, good hold. Kick by Holderin is up, and the kick by Holderin is good. 7-0 Elizabeth forward leads early on in this one as the Warriors a tearing pace to start here in this contest. Elizabeth forward with a 7-0 victory over the Highlands Golden Rams here already after a botched handoff. And remember, you kind of got to go back and bring up that play where Elizabeth forward probably got an absolute break. That pass interference was not called. Otherwise, Highlands would have had a first down. They would have been marching back the other direction. But instead of that, Elizabeth forward with a 7-0 advantage over the Highlands Golden Rams here early on in the first. As EF will send the ball back to Highlands with 10:02 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. Highlands got up 21-0 last year at home in this matchup.
Received for the Golden Rams is Luke Holtran's kicking off for your Warriors.
Far side, Tevin Kratzenberg. Actually make it near side, Kratzenberg. Far side, Jamar Wright. 7-0 EF. Right down the heart of the Highlands defense. As Holderin knocks it away from his own 40. Backpedaling right into the end zone. And a touchback there as Holderin says no return this time. First and 10 coming for the Golden Rams. 10:02 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. Highlands trailing Elizabeth forward 7-0. See if drive 2 has anything better for the Golden Rams. False start, negative play, incompletion, then a fumble on that first drive as Highlands will take over at their own 20. .02 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. Handoff, Tevin Kratzenberg bounces outside the hash mark. Spun down on the near side by Brendan Stroshine. Pick up a 4 on first down. Second down, 6 to go. 9:40 rolling clock as twin receivers far side to Rye Carter. Joining Carter over there on the far side for the Golden Rams of Highlands is Marquise Johnson. Sidecar left, Tevin Kratzenberg. As Tevin Owen Kratzenberg breaks one but not two. He gains one before being wrapped up by Brendan Stroshine. Back-to-back stops by Brendan Stroshine, and it's 3rd down and 5 for the Highlands defense. Angers Youngblood will head out. Twin receivers near side, Tavares along with Wright. Far side, it's Carter and Johnson. Jamarcus Prager staring down the barrel at a 3rd and 5. Prager has Owen Kratzenberg flanking right. Prager gets the snap. Pressure coming. Fires the out route. And it's high pointed by Wright down the near sideline. Wright room to run. See you later. Wright will go, but he stepped out first So touchdown, no. First down, yes. Big completion to right, but he steps out at the Warrior 48. 26-yard pitch and catch.
First and 10, Golden Rams.
So Prager to right, almost a quick answer back for 6, but instead first and 10 from the Warrior 48. Prager in the gun. 3 receiver, make it 4 set, trips up top. Prager gets the snap. Hand off, Owen Kratzenberg knifes his way through for a gain of 9 on first down. Going to be close to another. And Tevin Owen Kratzenberg, the 6', 177 sophomore, does a great job lowering the shoulders, getting below that first line of defense, and they're actually going to give him 10. So a first and 10 after the 10-yard carry by Owen Kratzenberg. He does a great job getting under the blocks and kind of busting through that hole just under the arm tackles of the Warriors, as it's a first and 10 for the Highlands offense. 8:05 remaining here in a rolling first quarter clock. Prager in the gun. Owen Kratzenberg, sidecar left, trips up top. Prager will look to throw all day. Dart across the middle. Derai Carter. Carter right down the seam. Breaks the tackle. Derai towards the goal line. Powers in. Touchdown, Golden Rams. 38 yards and an answer for Highlands. Derai Carter shimmying and shaking his way into the end zone. And Highlands answers back just like that.
38-yard play.
Two big pass plays, a third down completion from Prager to right, then a 38-yard pitch and catch to Carter, and the PAT is true for Jackson Babinsack. And we are tied at 7, just like that. Highlands goes 80 yards in just over 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 19 seconds to be exact. And Highlands has answered. 7's on the board here from Elizabeth forward. The Warriors and the Golden Rams deadlocked on MVI Live, as it's been a good one thus far. We've seen big-time plays. We've seen turnovers, tackles for loss, and 2 big passing plays for this Highlands Golden Rams. And, you know, Highlands, they have done a great job. Coach Matt really has the offense rolling at all cylinders on that second drive. Beautiful mix between run and pass for Highlands. Babinsack will send it away after Highlands goes 80 yards to answer. Almer far side, near side, Honick. Jackson Babinsack, the younger Babinsack brother, his older brother Keegan, a senior wide receiver on this squad. As Babinsack, low liner towards Honick. It will go to an up man instead at the 13, and he's going to be knocked down at the 25-yard line as Highlands able to make the stop. That's Bryce Tavares on the stop for the Golden Rams, and it's going to be first and 10 for Elizabeth forward from their own 25-yard line. First and 10 for EF. Ryan Messina leads the offense back to the field. Caller on the near side, Strohsign, H-back right, trips up top, no running back. And whistle blows before Messina can send any order in motion. I think a resetting of the play clock is why we got the stop. It's Strohsign motions right to left. Ryan Messina in the gun. Messina Gets the snap, quarterback power left side. Messina gets the edge, room to run. First down and more. Ryan Messina busts down the far sideline into Highlands real estate. 31 yards, Ryan Messina, the quarterback keeper for Elizabeth Forward.
31-yard rush on the play. First down.
So Ryan Messina, just like that, into Highlands real estate. And do we have a shootout on our hands brewing early? Trips near side. Stroshine H-back right. Almer in motion into the backfield, flanking Messina to the right. Ryan gets the snap. Messina keeps it again. Ryan Messina. Flag flies. Messina down the sideline to the 25. But that one's in the vicinity of holding. So Ryan Messina on 1st and 10 picks up another chunk gain, but this one looks like it's coming back as Ryan Messina looking to use his legs to his advantage once more. 7:25 remaining here in the opening quarter of play, holding against Elizabeth Forward. So back EF up as the ball will head back into Warrior real estate, negating that Ryan Messina run. EF behind the chains here. First down and 20. Trips near side, one receiver up top. Stroshine H-back right. As Messina hard count movement, Warriors all pointing at the Golden Rams of Highlands. So 5 yards come back off. Holding, encroachment. And just like that, it's 1st and 15 from the Highlands 49-yard line. Trips bottom, one receiver up top. Messina in the gun. Ryan Messina gets the snap, looks to throw, has time. Click little hitter to the far side. Pick up a 5 before knocked down by Jamar Wright. As Collar once again hauls it in. They give him officially 4, so make it 2nd down and 11. Quick tackling in open space by Jamar Wright. 2nd and 11. Messina, sidecar right, that's Ducey. 4 receiver set, Ryan Messina from the midfield stripe. Hard count trying to get Highlands to jump. 2nd down and 11, 6:25 rolling clock. Messina will look to throw. Another out route near side. Honick cuts it back up the field over the 40, shy of the 35 to the 37. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for Elizabeth Forward as a quick hitter there by Ryan Messina to the speedy senior Honick. 3rd and 3, halfway through the opening quarter. Collar near side, trips up top. Stroshine H-back right of Ryan Messina. He'll motion to the left. Watch quarterback power here for Messina on 3rd and short. Messina takes it left side. Ryan bounces outside. Breaks a tackle. 1st down Messina as he's able to score it away from Keegan Babinsack in the backfield. And Ryan Messina picks up the line to gain on 3rd down and short. Messina breaking a tackle in the backfield. And once again, the senior quarterback with a plethora of PSAC offers and more to come for Messina. Been in conversations with JMU and Pitt as well. As Aaron Almer motions sidecar left to Messina. Ryan will look to pass once more. They set up the screen on the far side. Almer blown up in the backfield. Loss of 1. Logan Tees, the sophomore, meets Almer for a negative play. Tees last year shift from linebacker to defensive end when his team needed him. Just a sophomore, great athlete, coach very high on Logan Tees. Said he'll kind of just be everywhere. Also joked with me, he said only one in the middle linebacking room with a non-hyphenated last name. Tevin Owen Kratzenberg, Achilles Anger Youngblood, and Logan Tees. The linebacking core for the Golden Rams. 2nd and 11 for the Warrior offense. Messina gets the snap. Pressure coming, steps up in the pocket, fires it deep, wide open, got it, touchdown Warriors! It's Honick, but Laundry on the field. Wait and see, 34 yards, Messina to a wide open Honick. Right now it stands for 6. 34-yard pitch and catch. That will be number 1 on the year. Passing touchdown for Messina, and it will indeed stand. Holding against Highlands. EF back in front. 34-yard Messina to Honick. First receiving touchdown for Landon Honick in the black and gold. 4:31 remaining here in this opening quarter. Warriors back in front by 7, 14-7. Elizabeth forward, out in front as EF picks up 2 30-plus yard plays on that sequence. 4:31 remaining here in the first, and Elizabeth forward leads it 14-7. Ryan Messina's first passing touchdown of his senior season goes to the transfer wide receiver Landon Honick, the 6'1", 170 speedster. Able to break through the coverage and left all alone, and the Warriors back in front. 4:31, first quarter, 4 drives. Warriors have struck on both. Highlands 1 for 2 with a turnover. Look like also on that PAT, a penalty against the Highlands Golden Rams. So kickoff will come from the 45 of Highlands. Again, Coach Matt was saying Highlands can be their biggest enemy. They start talking, they start yelling at each other. He said, we really did not have that issue this year on 7-on-7. These kids are talented enough to beat anybody. They just could not beat themselves. And right now, a plethora of penalties against Highlands and a turnover. 2 of the things Coach said could not happen tonight have happened in this opening quarter, and Warriors lead the Golden Rams by 7. Holdren from his own 45. Imagine this one's going through the uprights. It's going to be pretty darn close over the end line. 4:31, drive number 3 for the Golden Rams of Highlands. Highlands will take over at their own 20-yard line. First and 10, Highlands. Prager. Gonna have Owen Kratzenberg in there again. Yet to see the other tailback. The second half of the two-headed running back monster in Tavon Partlow. Jamar Wright had a big catch. He's on an island near side against the speedy Honick. There goes Derai Carter in motion, add the touchdown. Hand off, Owen Kratzenberg gets the edge. Owen Kratzenberg can fly, cuts it back at the 40, inside 45, keeping the legs churning out to the 49-yard line. 29 yards, Tevin Owen Kratzenberg running right through the heart of the Warrior defense. But wait, hold that. More Laundry on the field, and backing up goes Highlands, negating Owen Kratzenberg's 29-yard scamper as the sophomore has that one come back, and now it's going to be first down and 11 for Highlands after the penalty. Four penalties on the Golden Rams, 4:17 rolling clock. Right on the near side, trips up top. That's Johnson, Carter, and Tavares. One back look here for Highlands. Prager, dart across the middle, incomplete. Trying to find his man, the sophomore, Bryce Tavares, just out of the reach of Tavares. and very talented wide receiver room. Derai Carter offered from Florida State Coastal. Marquise Johnson offered from Wilkes Gannon and Florida State Coastal as well. Mentioned Jamar Wright, what he has. And again, all around very talented squad here. A lot of youth on the line after this front five. Kale, a sophomore, then Dodowski, Callender, Schaefer, and Smith. Second down and 11. As Prager sends it up top out of the reach of Wright. So third down and 11, the Warriors. After that penalty negated the 29-yard run, have settled in here. Third down and behind the chains are the Highlands Golden Rams. Third and 11, Tevin Owen, Kratzenberg, sidecar left. Twin receivers each side. Now Derai Carter motions from right to left. Prager will look to throw. Pressure coming. Wobbler almost intercepted. It was in the hands, but dropped by Travis Ducey. Had the interception. Easy pickings, but Ducey could not hang on. And it's going to be fourth down and 11 for Highlands. A costly penalty and a 3-and-out for Highlands. First punt of the game going to be Jackson Babinsack doing the honors. 3:49 remaining here in the first. 14-7 EF leads it. Babinsack, foot meets ball. As out of bounds and takes a roll on the far side. Going to be brilliant starting field position for Elizabeth forward. Second time EF will start inside of Highlands real estate. 21 yards on the punt. First and 10 EF, 2 for 2 on touchdown drives today. They start this drive at the Highlands 40. Messina trips near side, one receiver up top, one back look. Messina keeps it and slammed down in the backfield. Logan Tees with the TFL. As Logan Tees read that easier than a Dr. Seuss book, and it's going to be second down and 14. Clock ticking down towards 3. Honick motions out. Messina, quick hitter, Honick. Ball does not touch the ground. Going to go for just about 4 before Wright introduces himself to Honick. Third down and 10. Highlands looking for their first stop of the night. And you imagine if you're Coach DeMarco, you get about 5 yards here. Most likely 4 down real estate for the Warriors. At most, you're probably going to, well, with Holdren, maybe you can pin them inside the 20. But again, I think it all depends on what happens here on this third and 10. You get a couple here if you're EF, make it third or fourth down and manageable. You're probably going to go for it. I think the play call will say it all. As 4 receivers set, Messina will look to pass. Ryan all day to throw. He wants it all, and he has it all. Touchdown Warriors. Honick times 2. Ryan Messina, a 40-yard dart. And the Warriors back on the board. Ryan Messina, a 40-yard pitch and catch to Landon Honick. Second touchdown today for Honick, and second in his Warrior tenure. On third and 10, Messina went for it all, got it all as Holdren makes it a 2-touchdown advantage for Elizabeth forward. 2:23, quarter number 1. Warriors already 21 points on the board. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. Elizabeth forwards offense operating on all cylinders. And now Highlands will have to answer. But again, last year EF was down 21-0 to the Golden Rams. And Highlands was able to battle, or EF was able to battle back against Highlands and force overtime. And 2 huge pass plays by Ryan Messina, both to Landon Honick. Near side to Rye Carter, far side Tevin Owen Kratzenberg back deep to receive for the Golden Rams of Highlands. And that touchdown drive, we saw Highlands work the run, find the big pass plays as well. They got to get back to that here. And right now it's going to start with giving time to throw for Jamarcus Prager, and Prager got to hit his targets when he does just that. So Holdren has it teed up from the 40. Warriors lead by 14. As driven back, taken by Owen Kratzenberg at the 2. Tevin to the 20, spun down by St. Angelo at the 22. First down and 10 there for the Highlands offense.
Richard Nagy in on the tackle for the Warriors. First and 10. 18-yard return.
They'll mark it at the 21 of Highlands. First down and 10 for the Golden Rams. Jamar Wright, the 6'2 senior, will be out far side. Deride Carter near side along with Marquise Johnson. One back, look behind, Prager in the pistol. Prager, handoff up the gut as that's Partlow spun down by Gio Thompson. So Gio Thompson meets him at the hole and slams him down for no gain. Second down and 10. Partlow remains in at tailback. H-back right is the 6'1 sophomore Achilles Anger Youngblood. Right motions near side. Twin receivers going to be up top. That's going to be Deride Carter, and all the way at the top, Marquise Johnson. As the clock in quarter 1 starts to bleed down. Prager gets the snap, handoff again, Partlow bursts through up to the 26, and it's going to be third down and 5 now for the Golden Rams, looking for a massive third down conversion. Stroshine stopped him after the 5-yard tote by Partlow. 4 receiver set this time by for Highlands. Johnson, Carter, and Tavares up top. Right near side, guarded by Honick. Prager will look to throw. Little comebacker open. Carter bounces backwards, then powers forward for the line to gain. So Deride Carter needed 5. He got 7. And it's a first down conversion there for Highlands. Maybe time for just one more play, or at least one more play. We'll have to run here in quarter number 1. 21-7 Warriors lead on what is the penultimate play of the opening quarter. That first down completion to Deride Carter. He's already went for 6 today. First and 10 Golden Rams. Trips up top. Near side Jamar Wright. Carter goes in motion. Prager, handoff, Partlow, no room to run. Falls forward, give him 1 and nothing more. And the clock will bleed down to 0. It will be second down and 9 as we've reached the end of 1. Your score, the Elizabeth Forward Warriors 21, the Highlands Golden Rams 7 right here on MVI Live.
With over 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. First quarter has come to an end. The Warriors lead by 2 scores as we head to quarter number 2. And Coach Matt Bonoslawski trying to get his Golden Rams back on the board. As we get set to start the second chapter of this, it's going to be 2nd down and 9 for Highlands, down 21-7. As this drive, we've seen the second tailback as Tavon Partlow has got some carries here in this one. Partlow will stay in there. He had 2 touchdowns and 78 yards a week ago against Armstrong. Johnson and Carter at the bottom of the formation. Tavarison right up top. Pistol look for Jamarcus Prager. 2nd down and 9, 21-7 Warriors lead. Partlow punished as he shoots right up the gut. A short gain, maybe 2 for Partlow. Look like Rocco Thompson and Brendan Stroshine enter the hole. 3rd down and 7. Right to Varys Carter, trips near side, right up top. Tailback gonna be Partlow as all the Golden Rams checking their wrist for the play. Jamarcus Prager already one big 3rd down conversion through the air on this drive. Prager, pressure coming, and down he goes as Prager slammed down in the backfield as it appeared to be G.O. Wright. As the price is right for Geo Thompson, slamming down Prager. 4th down and forever. And the Warriors offense will head back to work. Babinsack, the spiraler, takes a Golden Rams roll towards the Warrior 40. Will drop down at the 41-yard line. That's where the Warriors will take over for their 4th drive. Elizabeth forward, 10:31, quarter number 2. Out in front, 21-7. This drive starts at their own 41. EF has started drives at the Highlands 18, their own 25, and the Highlands 40. Now their own 41, but the result has been the same every time for Elizabeth forward. 3 drives, 3 scores. Ducey will be the back, flanking Ryan Messina right, H-back left Strohsign. 3 receivers set for the Warriors. Messina gets the snap. Quarterback option right up the gut. Ryan runs for 10 on 1st down. So Ryan Messina moves the chains, and he moves the ball into Rams real estate. Messina doing it all already. 40-plus rushing yards. 2 passing touchdowns on a couple of deep bombs to Honick. 1st and 10 Warriors. Ball just inside Highlands real estate. Actually make it 2nd down in the length of a football. Messina will give way to Ducey. Now make it 1st and 10. Elizabeth forward as Travis Ducey met by Tees in the middle, and a late flag comes flying in.
Right in on the tackle, and Bartlow, and a flag on the play.
9:56 remaining here in the opening half. 21-7 Warriors leading.
Holding on the defense.
Holding against Highlands. So the Warriors march ever further into Golden Ram real estate. And Elizabeth forward, a chance to make this a 21-point lead. Ball will be placed at the 34-yard line. Stroshine in motion as the officials blow the play dead before it gets going. Reset the play clock here for Messina. Had a hat trick of rushing touchdowns against West Mifflin, on the precipice of a first half passing touchdown hat trick. Stroshine will motion once again. Ducey the back, Ryan Messina. Hand off right side and slam down to the backfield by Owen Kratzenberg. As actually make that Tristan Skrinovich getting the tote that time for the Warriors. So Skrinovich goes backwards. As a great play by Logan Teets. 2nd and 15, 9:22 rolling clock. Remember, B Graphics halftime interview with Ryan Messina at the break. Make sure you stay tuned for that one here on the network. 4 receiver set, H-back left. That's Stroshine, Ryan Messina in the gun. 2nd and 15, Messina looks to throw. Ryan across the middle, flag flies, ball batted away, incomplete. He was looking for Landon Honick, and Anger Youngblood seems to be upset, now clapping with the rest of the Rams, as this will back the Warriors up once again. So going to be 2nd down and 25 for Elizabeth forward after the penalty. 9:03 remaining here in quarter number 2. Ball moves all the way back to the Highlands 49. EF has to get down to the 24. 2nd and 25, Ryan Messina, 4 receiver set with Stroshine in protection, motioning from right to left. Messina, quarterback keeper, right up Broadway, Ryan Messina, 25 and then some. A 29-yard scamper by Ryan Messina. As Ryan picks up the first down. So Ryan Messina showing off the legs once again. Moving it down to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Warriors there. Messina handoff, bouncing up the gut. It's Skrinovich with no room to run. Coming off the edge to seal things off was Dante Allen, the 6-foot junior. Gladys joined the party as well. 2nd down and 10 for the Warriors. Collar will head off the field. As Warriors, a late substitution, as checking into the game will be the freshman Rocco Thompson. Already seen his twin brother Gio make some big plays today. Rocco had a touchdown in the opener. Ryan, pitch out, there goes Rocco Thompson. Thompson breaks one tackle but can't get away from the second level. Keegan Babinsack and Achilles Anger Younger take care of Thompson after a short gain of 3 with some laundry on the field. So another call against the Warriors. Both teams have been very undisciplined in this one. Going to be second down and 17 yards to go for Elizabeth forward after the penalty. Negating that short gain by Rocco Thompson. 7:37 rolling clock. EF to try to make it a 21-point advantage. EF does get the football to start half number 2 as well. St. Angelo and Honeck on the near side. Warriors searching at the sideline, and they will burn their first time out of the game. We shall take a timeout as well. Come back. More action when we do. Right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
7:25 out of the break here in quarter number 2. The Warriors facing second down and 17. They lead it 21-7. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. Messina in the gun. Rocco Thompson, the tailback left. Thompson, play action. Messina has a man wide open. Stroshine inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Brendan Stroshine picks up a first down. 19-yard pitch and catch. Brendan Stroshine from Messina.
18-yard gain on the play. First and goal for the Warriors.
First down and goal for EF. Ducey sidecar left. Stroshine in motion. Messina gets the snap. Messina, quarterback keeper right side, has the edge. Flag on the field, down to the 5. Keegan Babinsack leads the charge with some help from Marquise Johnson. But again, there was a flag on the near side of the field. 5 flags on Highlands, 3 on the Warriors so far. This one looks like number 4 on Elizabeth forward. Highlands going to bring in a substitution for this next play, though, as Beckham Ocha going to check in. So EF will back up. An illegal motion against the Warriors. Out comes Dante Allen. So first down and goal for Elizabeth forward after the penalty. Ball will be out to the 13-yard line. Twin receivers near side. H-back right, Stroshine. 1 receiver up top, that's Honeck. Messina, handoff up the middle and knocked down after a gain of 2 was Noah Kern. So Noah Kern, short gain there, and another flag comes flying in. So we'll wait to see what this one is, definitely after the whistle. And it looks like an injured Golden Ram down on the field as well. So they will tend to him. We will step aside as well right here on MVI Live. 21-7 Warriors lead. 6:32 remaining here in quarter number 2. EF on top of Highlands right here on MVI Live.
Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com.
As the injured Golden Ram will head off the field, and it's going to be second down, and we'll see. There was a late flag in after the run by Noah Kern. going to be second down and goal, ball at the 6. So really no movement on the penalty, it looks like. Second down and goal, ball on the 6 for the Warriors. 21-7 EF leads. Ryan Messina. Not in there. St. Angelo, wild card right side takes it. And some late wrestling as Teets tangles up with Tyler Scott as trying to go the Wildcat with Anthony St. Angelo on second and goal. Now going to be third down and goal for Elizabeth Forward. And it's a big time sequence here for Highlands defense to try to keep this where it's at and make it decision time on fourth down. Messina back in at quarterback. St. Angelo, caller near side, up top, Honick. Rocco Thompson the back to the right of Ryan Messina. Messina gets the snap, has all day to throw, come back, Honick, and another! Landon Honick for 6 more. The hat trick for Honick and Messina as they've hooked up 3 times tonight. A 6-yard pitch and catch, Messina to Honick. And it's 27-7, Elizabeth Forward, a 5-minute drive. That goes 49 yards, and they cap it off with 6 more. And looking to make it 7 is Holderin. Almer puts it down. Holderin drills it up and drills it through. 28-7. Elizabeth Forward. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns, and Highlands offense will have to figure it out here. EF will get the football as well to start half number 2. Highlands got to put points on the board. They got to put it now, and they got to try to do to EF what EF did to them a year ago. But Elizabeth Forward, right now this offense looks unstoppable. I mean, this is without their starting tailback as well in Markanja, as Nico Markanja out with an injury here today. Highlands looked brilliant on their second drive of the night. Through the air, on the ground, they capitalized in all facets. They'll have to do that here with 5:39 remaining in quarter number 2. Trying to cut the deficit down to 14. Owen Kratzenberg standing on the far side, hash at the 5. Derai Carter on the near side. Luke Holdren gets set to send it away. (28-7) Elizabeth Forward. Holdren drives it. Derai Carter from the 1. Carter up over the 10, cuts near side, looks for a lane over the 25, outside 30. That's where he's bounced out of bounds by the Warrior defense and Travis Ducey in return coverage. So going to be first down and 10 from the 30-yard line of Highlands. This is Highlands' second best starting field position of the game. 5:32, quarter number 2. Highlands down by 21. Johnson and Carter near side as Carter will motion from right to left. Prager looks to pass. Prager up top. Incomplete. Was looking for Jamar Wright. As running stride for stride was Travis Ducey. And it's going to be second down and 10 now for Highlands. Highlands second week on the road. Trying to get the offense going here. Defense is yet to stop the EF offense. Near side, Bryce Tavares. Him and Wright will change places with Johnson and Carter before a second down and 10 play with 5:28 remaining in the opening half. Warriors lead. Carter once again. The well-worn motion track. Prager looks to throw. Out route intercepted by the Warriors. Elizabeth forward, another takeaway. As guess who? It's Landon Honick. Have yourself a day. 3 touchdowns and an INT for Honick. .518, quarter number 2. Warriors take over on the Highlands 41. First and 10, Messina. Hand off Ulmer, flag flies. So Ulmer picks up 7. We'll see if it counts. Elizabeth forward, a dominating performance so far today. Flag did fly, but going to be 2nd and 2. So again, second time we've seen that recently. Ulmer motions into the backfield. Messina. Quarterback keeper, right side, Ryan. Another flag from the near side as Messina picks up the first down. So Ryan Messina picks up the line to gain with a flag flying in the process. 4:35, quarter number 2, 28-7. Warriors lead it. So that will back EF up, holding against the Warriors. I'll back the Warriors up to the initial line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 for Elizabeth forward. 4:34 rolling clock. EF to put an explanation point on this one in the opening half. And EF gets the football to start half number 2, and this one can get real ugly and make a real quick second half really quickly, depending what this Warrior offense does here on the next 2 possessions. Ryan Messina on 2nd and 10, drops back to throw. Messina across the middle, incomplete. Was looking for Anthony St. Angelo in the middle of the field, just out in front of him. 4:07, quarter number 2. Going to be 3rd and 10 for the Elizabeth forward offense. Messina and Honick have hooked up for 3 touchdowns today. Third down and 10. Trips near side. 1 back look for Messina. As Ryan in the gun. Gets the snap from Cummings. Messina. Bootleg out into space. Ducey fights forward. And a frustrated Coach DeMarco on the far side of the field. Warriors needed 10. They gain 4. And it's going to be 4th down and 6 for Elizabeth forward. First 4th down of the game for Elizabeth forward. They're in Highlands real estate up by 21 with 3:40 remaining in the quarter. You imagine Warriors offense without a doubt, as you see, staying on the field. See if Coach DeMarco does burn a timeout before this 4th down play. Has 2 remaining. Play clock down to 15 seconds as Messina heads up to the line. Maybe a couple hard counts, or does EF run the play? Empty set for Messina. Hard count for Ryan, no jump. Messina, hard count again, almost got the Rams leaping. No contact made, and there is a timeout called by the Elizabeth forward Warriors. Their penultimate timeout of the half. We'll take our final timeout of the half right here on MVI Live.
This is Highlands, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248.
Going to be 4th down and 6 for the Warriors out of the break. Messina quickly gets the snap. He'll step up. Ryan's going to run for it. Dives forward. Going to be spot. And it looks like Messina's a yard short of the line to gain. He can't believe it. Highlands gets the stop. And the turnover on downs. The Golden Rams defense stiffens. A monumental stop for Highlands. So Highlands takes over. 2:58 remaining here in the opening half from their own 32-yard line, and Highlands a chance to cut into this lead before the break. Prager, handoff. Owen Kratzenberg, room to run, right up the seam. Kratzenberg into Warrior real estate, up over the 50 to the 47. Tevin Owen Kratzenberg. 22-yard scamper for Kratzenberg. All of a sudden you were thinking and talking about the possibility of the mercy rule with the way the Warrior offense was rolling and getting the ball to start. Now a chance for Highlands to cut it to a 2-possession game, but Kratzenberg goes backwards. Rocco Thompson, the point of contact. A loss of 3 on first down. Rocco Thompson make it 2nd down and 13. 2:05 remaining. Opening half. 28-7 EF leads it. Four receivers set, 2 aside. Kratzenberg the back as Tevin Owen Kratzenberg left side of Jamarcus Prager. Prager looks to throw, pressure coming, escapes the pocket. Prager to the outside, give him 3 back that he lost on first down, so make it 3rd down and 10 as Prager able to avoid the sack and pick up a couple. Actually going to mark him out a yard shy of the initial line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 11. 1:37 opening half action. 28-7 Warriors lead it. Trips near side, 1 receiver and Jamarcus right up top. Owen Kratzenberg the back. Prager gets the snap, will look to throw. Pressure again, steps up, but right into the arms of the Warrior defense. As leading the charge in the middle for EF was Matt Gatto. As Gatto stops Prager for a loss, and it's 4th down and long as EF burns their final timeout of the half. We'll take our final timeout of the half as well right here on MVI Live.
Hoods up, Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Fourth down and 12, 1:21 remaining here in the opening half of play. Elizabeth forward calls their final timeout and hopes to get one last crack at the end zone. After the stall drive by Highlands, Jackson Babinsack sends the spiraler, and it takes a Rams roll as the Golden Rams punter, Jackson Babinsack, down to the 6-yard line. An absolute dandy for Babinsack as the Warriors start at their own 6 with 1:11 remaining here in quarter number 2. 42 yards on the boot by Babinsack. So Ryan Messina and the Warrior offense will come out for drive number 6 of the night. They scored on their first 4, stopped a yard shy of the line to gain the last time out. Messina handoff right up the gut out to the 10-yard line. Powell pushes forward to the 11. So a gain of 5 on first down. As Rocco Thompson makes it 2nd and 5. Second down and 5 after the Thompson carry. 38 seconds rolling clock. Warriors in no hurry. As handoff again. Fake now. Messina will run left side out to the 15-yard line. 3rd down and 1 for Elizabeth forward as Ryan Messina and the Warriors do not have to run another play. We'll see if Coach John DeMarco decides to or not. We'll have a recap in the B Graphics halftime interview with Ryan Messina. Warriors will take it to the tents, and it's a 28-7 EF lead at the half. Right here on MVI Live as we've hit the half. Here on MVI Live, your score, Elizabeth forward 28. The Highlands Golden Rams 7. As Highlands got the football to start, they went backwards on their opening drive, and on 3rd and 17, a botched handoff recovered by Gatto would set the Warriors up 1st and 10 from the Highlands 18. And it would be capped off with a 3-yard touchdown run by Travis Ducey. That lead would not last, though. Highlands in just over 2 minutes would go 80 yards. Prager to right for 26. Then a 38-yard pitch and catch to Derai Carter for 6. Making it a 7-7 game, but Ryan Messina, 2 30-plus yard plays, one to a run, and then a 34-yard touchdown pass to Honick made it 14-7. The Warriors would increase or get the lead right back. After a 3-and-out, Ryan Messina would hook up with Honick again, making it 21-7 from 40 yards out. Another forced punt, then Messina and the offense would get going. 29-yard run by Messina, 19-yard pass to Stroshine, a 6-yard touchdown pass to Honick for the 3rd time tonight, making it 28-7. After a Honick interception, Messina would be stopped short of the line to gain on 4th down and 6, and eventually a punt, and the clock would wind out, hitting the half. Elizabeth forward leads it 28-7 at the break. As we will step aside, come back, it will be your B Graphics halftime interview with the Warrior quarterback, Ryan Messina, right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Menneson. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More. This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
For 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle.
We've reached the half here on MVI Live. B Graphics halftime interview with the Elizabeth Forward Warrior quarterback, Ryan Messina. First off, Ryan, really appreciate you taking time here this afternoon to talk to me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Ryan, so obviously entering your final season here at Elizabeth Forward. Kind of for you, what are you looking forward to in this last year in the red and black, and kind of what are you hoping to get out of this season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It's my last year with the Warriors and been around my brothers for so long. So hopefully it's the year that we bring a WPIAL championship.
So obviously a lot of kind of eyes on you, especially with the talent that left this program last year. Obviously Chris Climbs going to Buffalo, Charlie Niggett going to play at Cal U, and now so many eyes on you being one of the better quarterbacks inside the entire district and a pretty big recruit. So how has that process been entering your last year with the whole recruiting things and kind of all the eyes on you now?
Yeah, it's been a cool experience. I'm obviously blessed to be in this situation, but, I just got to focus on football and, compete and try and win for my team.
So for you, obviously, you want to get the win here with EF before you move on to the next level, but kind of can you take me through what that process has just looked like with, some bigger schools starting to reach out, and obviously you have the size to be playing very well in a high-octane Power 4 offense, it seems like.
Yeah, it's been cool making the relationships with coaches, just reaching out, and just, I've always dreamed to, play college football, so it's cool that I'm getting closer and closer to that time.
So, Ryan, on any given Friday night, obviously, it's just an experience probably like no other. Getting to put on the pads, suit up in front of, the student body, the EF community, and go out there and compete with your brothers, as you said you love to do.
Yeah.
For you, what does a normal game day look like?
I don't do a lot, right? I try and conserve as much energy as possible. I drink tons of liquids, but, watch film. But I don't really eat a lot. I like my stomach to be clear of everything, so I don't eat a lot. I just kind of lay around, drink a ton of liquids, watch film, get ready for a game.
So, we talked a little bit about, some of the big-time talent leaving this program last year, but also besides, Charlie and Chris, you lost your top two targets. You lost your you're probably number one target after your sophomore season. You lost your top 2 targets after your junior season. Now entering your senior year, new wide receiving core again. How has that chemistry been like for you, kind of building it with your new wide receivers year in and year out?
Yeah, I mean, it's been special that we've had to, go and work, and the whole off season we're working, throwing, getting everything down, and it's cool to see it work out on a Friday night. That's just kind of sums up being a part of UF football. Is we're going to do whatever it takes to win, so that's cool.
So you talk about that. You guys are going to do whatever it takes to win, and it seems like Coach DeMarco has built such a great culture here that was already in place. But, kind of can you talk about that culture and what it means to truly be a Warrior?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot when you get to walk down that hill every Friday and, you link up and you hear the drums. It's just an experience that no one else – like I'm getting chills right now just thinking about it. That's how cool of an experience it is. And, being led by a coach like Coach DeMarco, it makes a difference when you go out and you're playing Friday night and he's on your sideline.
So I'm glad you brought that up because, every time I'm here on a Friday night up above the press box, I think that is the best experience to witness on any Friday night for high school football entrance. You guys marching down the hill, drums blazing, sirens roaring. Just what is that like? Do you think that means to kind of like fire you guys up going into the game? It seems like the biggest intimidation factor you can have in any high school football venue.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it gives you pride, walking down that hill and, you get to see all the fans in the stadium and you see the tunnel with the cheerleaders and the band going and you see the banner and then you bring it in. Like, it's just something that, like, it seems out of a movie and we get to do it every Friday night at home. Like, I am honestly, like, blessed to be in this situation. It's amazing.
So, for you, obviously you took over the helms as a sophomore here at EF and now entering your senior season. Just what has that transition been like for you from a sophomore starter now to a 3-year starter for a perennial contender inside the WPIAL?
Yeah, I mean, like my sophomore year, I was trying to prove myself, and I think the difference now is that I just want to win. I don't care if I throw for this amount of yards. I don't care if I throw this amount of interceptions. I just want to win a football game, win a conference title, win a WPIAL title, and then try and win states. That's the goal every year, and I think that's just grown in my maturity as being a quarterback.
So, Ryan, you talk about that, and it seems like you're very much a not, hey, I'm going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to show you what to do type of leader. Can you speak a little bit about that leadership role you have with this program?
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to people and tell them what to do, but that's not really my thing. My thing is to go out and show them, like you said. And, like, last Friday, I took a couple hits. I'll put my shoulder down and I'll run and I'll do whatever it takes to win. So, like, I think that's what makes me a leader. It's not really everything you say. It's more what you do. So,
talk about that maybe a little bit, that it's more than just obviously, Orm talent-wise, it's fantastic. We've seen you take the tops off of defenses time and time again, just thinking year in and year out the home run balls that I've got to see you throw, no matter who the target is, whether it be Zach Boyd, whether it be Connor Stokes, A.J. Grease, Charlie Niggett, and now the whole new cast you get to do this year. But, you're not afraid to get your nose dirty and just, pound the football, and especially with losing the talented running backs you've had over the last few seasons now that you're kind of the dual threat guy. I have to be able to run. I have to be able to throw. How has your running game developed, for you personally entering this year as well?
Yeah, I mean, we got guys that block for me. It makes everything much easier when they open the holes the way they do. And, looking back, we have great running backs and we have great lines too. So, this is another year where we just have another great line. It's not just me running the ball. It's Nico, it's Travis, it's everyone. So it means a lot just having a great line like that.
And, that line, how much does it help that with your starting offensive line, 4 seniors, 1 junior, obviously you did still lose some big pieces, but, you get a full, upperclassman line to block for you, whether you're throwing, whether you're running the football. How much does that help, especially when you get a guy like Tyler Scott back from injury, missed all of last year?
Yeah, I mean, it's special. Like, I'm just privileged once again to, have those guys in front of me. And that comes from Coach DeMarco. He built this program up to where it's not. There's no rebuild here. It's just replace and go, reload. Let's go.
So Ryan, obviously the goal, win the district title, get over that hump this season. What steps do you guys have to do to make that a reality by the end of the year?
Yeah, I mean, we took a lot of changes this year. Like, we never lifted on a Wednesday. We were lifting on Wednesday yesterday. We never run on a Tuesday. We ran on Tuesday. Like, it's not we're just going to do the same thing and expect a different outcome. We're going to keep fighting, keep doing whatever to try and win a championship. And, you know, at the end of the day, we just got to score more points than the other team to win games.
So, Ryan, for you here this final season, final go of it with the Warriors, obviously this community's probably got to know you pretty well. What is maybe something that they don't know about you, something just unique about you that, you know, that kind of is uncommon that someone doesn't know maybe?
I love to golf. That's what I do in my free time. I golf or play video games. You know, that's really it.
Favorite course to golf at around here?
I like Butler's. I like
Butler's?
the country club. And I golf anywhere, really.
Hey, golf's always a good time.
Yeah.
It kind of keeps you settled, I'm sure, you know.
Yeah.
How
Takes
much?
your mind off.
How much does that help with football? Because golf, you know, I know from experience, you let one bad shot spiral, you go from having a decent round to shooting a triple bogey on a hole versus you make one bad play on the football field.
Yeah.
You can't let it spiral. So how much does that kind of help you on the football field?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you just focus on the next shot just like you focus on the next play. It's the next play mentality. So that's funny you bring that up. I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
Ryan, I really appreciate your time here.
It's always great talking to you.
You as well. Can't wait to see what you guys do this season, the rest of this year, and, of course, what you do once you leave here from Elizabeth Ford, because no matter where you go, obviously going to get a great player, a great kid, a great leader. So very much looking forward to following you in the future, see where you go.
Thank you.
Ryan, appreciate you. When we come back, it's going to be half number 2 as Ryan Messina and the Warriors look to close out a victory here on MVI Live. This has been your halftime interview, powered by B Graphics, right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
Hoods Up Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people. Focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here. LJ Pallets and More, a veteran-owned and operated discount warehouse located 1800 Schoonmaker in Monessen. Specializing in home remodeling, our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail stores, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Open Tuesday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday and Sundays. Stay tuned for a major announcement coming soon, and we can't wait to see you at LJ Pallets and More. Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com.
Back here, halftime at Elizabeth forward 28-7. The Warriors rolling over the Golden Rams of Highlands as Ryan Messina, 7 carries, 78 yards so far today. He's also 10 for 11 through the air, 129 and 3 touchdowns for Ryan Messina. His favorite target today, Landon Honick. 5 receptions, 88 yards, 3 touchdowns for Honick. Also an interception defensively for Honick of the Warriors. As EF 21-7 after 1. They scored the lone 7 of the second quarter, making it 28-7 at the break. EF will get the football to start here in half number 2. As the Elizabeth forward Warriors have been full sail ahead here all evening long, as they have kind of moved the ball at will. Just 2 failed drives for the Warriors, one thanks to the clock expiring, the other one a 4th down conversion, come a yard short, as it's 28-7 at the break. Warriors on top of the Golden Rams. And again, a big thank you to Ryan Messina, our B Graphics halftime interview here this evening. Again, B Graphics, thank you for them for sponsoring our halftime interviews all season long here on MVI Live, and of course, providing me all my merchandise and apparel that I wear to every game throughout the year. So a big thank you to B Graphics for not only sponsoring our halftime interview, which was Ryan Messina today, but giving me all my apparel that I can wear to the games every night when I'm out and about around the Mon Valley. 28-7 Warriors over Highlands as we are nearing the start of the second half. Again, Messina, Honick, a deadly duo so far tonight. 5 receptions, 88 yards, and 3 touchdowns when Ryan Messina has targeted Landon Honick. And of course, also at the conclusion of this game, make sure that you stay tuned for our Weiser Painting Company player of the game, as we will step aside, come back, half 2 right here on MVI Live.
With over 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service.
Halfway home as half number 2 has come upon us this evening from Elizabeth Forward High School. As we get set for the start of the third quarter, it will be Warrior football as Elizabeth Forward deferred to start the game, forced a turnover, and have not trailed in this contest yet tonight. Highlands hoping a reset at the half will get them going in the right direction. Their touchdown came on their second drive. A pair of big completions by the Highlands quarterback Prager. One to right, the other one to Derai Carter. As that got Highlands on the board, tied us up at 7. But the Warriors have scored 21 unanswered points and a chance to make that more here on the opening drive of half number 2. As Elizabeth Forward looking to go to 2-0 to start the season. Warriors 5 first downs, 4 for the Golden Rams. Plenty of penalties on both sides, 5 apiece. Warriors have yet to punt in this game. 3 punts for Jackson Babinsack, including that 42-yard boot to put the Warriors down at the 6-yard line on what would be their final drive of the half. And other scores around the area. Aliquippa out in front of Bell Vernon. Moon on top of Montour, 21-13. Central Catholic tied with Pine Richland, 14-14. That's one of the games of the week right there. Shadyside Academy beating Burrow 30-20. NA all over Gateway 28-0 here this evening. Peters Township taking care of business over the McKeesport Tigers, but again, saw earlier today that Keemon Spell was not playing today. The 5-star running back commit to Penn State. Big weapon out for McKeesport in that ball game. So Spell not playing in that with an ankle injury. From 7-7 to 28-7, we get set for half number 2 here on MVI Live as Highlands and the Warriors get set to kick off the second half on a cool, brisk night from Elizabeth. As Jackson Babinsack will tee it up. A second time Babinsack has kicked off here this evening. Landon Honick back deep with Aaron Almer. Big opening half for Messina and Honick for Elizabeth forward. Half two underway. Warriors hoping it's as good as the first. Honick in stride from the 14. The speedster runs into a wall in the middle, shy of the 30-yard line. As in the middle was Andre Harris Jr.
14 yards on return. First down, Warriors.
First and 10, Elizabeth forward. Ball lies on the Warrior 28-yard line. Ryan Messina in the gun. 3 receivers set for Messina. Ryan gets the snap, handoff up the gut. Tristan Skrinovich runs into a wall of Keegan Babinsack. 3-yard gain for Skrinovich on the opening carry of the half. Second down and 7 after the stop by Keegan Babinsack. 7 yards to go for the Warriors here on second down. 30 seconds elapsed here in the opening half. Same formation, H-back left, Stroshine. Messina this time calls his own number. Up the gut, powers forward, lost the ball, whistle first. As forward progress marks Messina down shy of the 35 at the 34.
Allen Carter with the tackle. Gain of 3 on the play.
3 yards for Ryan Messina. Third down and 4 for the Warriors. As Messina looks to pass across the middle, Collar hauls it in. First down up over the 40 to the 42-yard line, 8-yard gain for Messina.
Messina's pass complete to number 17, Aaron Almer.
So move the chains on 3rd and 4. Ryan Messina
On the tackle for the Rams. First down, Warriors.
makes it 1st and 10 from the EF42. Trips near side, 1 receiver up top. Messina in the gun. Ryan gets the snap, hand off right up the gut and into a wall. Runs the Warrior back as slammed down by Tavares and Dante Allen. As they converge on the EF ball carrier, no room to run for Tristan Skrinovich. Going to be 2nd down and 9 on Skrinovich's 2nd carry of the half. Warriors have already milked off the opening 2+ minutes of quarter number 3. Trips near side, Messina in the gun. 1 receiver up top, Ryan has Ducey left side. Messina will look to pass. Ryan steps up, fires it deep, has a man adjust, and it's going to be hauled in at the 18. Incredible once again. Landon Honick. 39 yards, and Honick over the century mark.
38-yard pass completion. First down, Warriors.
Honick and Messina, the dynamic duo, links up again in a big way. 1st and 10 from the 19. Messina hard count, got the defense jumping. 9:05 rolling clock. EF's offense on the march. And the hard count got some movement, but it was by Collar, the wide receiver. 9:01. And backing up the Warriors will be Collar on the false start. So move them back to the 24-yard line.
Penalty on the Warriors. It's going to be
6th foul against the Warriors tonight. 8:50 rolling clock. First down and 15 for Elizabeth forward. 4 receiver set, Ryan Messina in the gun. Messina gets the snap. Handoff, ball on the ground, and Messina gonna recover. Loss of 1 on the play. On the negative handoff there, make it second down and 16.
Second down and 16.
Second and 16, man in motion, left to right across the formation. Messina in the gun, Ducey sidecar left. Ryan looks to pass, pressure coming, steps up, escapes. Messina lost the football, back the other way. T stumbles at the 45. A Messina turnover, recovered by Logan Tees. Just what the doctor ordered for Highlands.
The ball is recovered by Logan Thies. First and 10 for the Rams.
Logan Tees, the sophomore, with the takeaway for Highlands. So Highlands takes over, 7:57 remaining here in the third quarter from their own 45-yard line as Messina lost the football on that play. First down and 10 Warriors. Or make it Golden Rams. Prager handoff. Tripped up was Owen Kratzenberg. Got his footing and got a yard. Third down, or make it second down and 9 here for Highlands.
Stroshine in on the tackle for the Warriors. 1 yard gain on the play brings up second down and 9.
Second down and 9 for the Golden Rams. Got a big stop, now looking for a big score. 7.5 on the game clock. 28-7 Warriors lead. Twin receivers on both sides. Prager in the gun. Owen Kratzenberg sidecar right. Prager deep drop. Pressure right up the gut. Tossed it off to Kratzenberg as Owen Kratzenberg gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no further as the Warrior defense swarms right to the ball. Third down and 9. As EF looking to regroup after that turnover and force a 3-and-out by Highlands. Already halfway home here in the third quarter. Trips near side, Tavares along with Johnson and Carter. Jamar Wright up top. Third down and 9. Kratzenberg the back. Prager looks to pass. Throws across the middle. Intercepted. The Warriors in transition. Back the other way. Aaron Ulmer. The takeaway all the way inside the 25 to the 24. Turnovers both sides. Aaron Ulmer, the INT. So Ulmer ends the Highlands drive. 30-plus yard return for Ulmer. And EF takes over at their Highlands 24. First down and 10, Elizabeth forward. Honick near side. Up top, Messina gives way. Rocco Thompson battling forward, no more than 3. The right side of the line stiffens. Keegan Babinsack finishes it up after Dante Allen started the pressure.
Dante Allen on the tackle for the Golden Rams.
3-yard gain on first, make it second down and 7 for the Warriors here in the third quarter. 5:50 rolling clock. Messina, H-back right. Play action across the middle, has his man close to the first down, going to be a yard shy as the stop made there by Pearson.
Messina's pass complete to number 10, Anthony St. Angelo.
3rd and 1 after the completion to St. Angelo, gain of 6.
Tackle for the Golden Rams.
3rd and 1.
Gain on the play brings up third down and 1.
Messina, quarterback keeper, right up the gut, first down and more. Give Ryan 3. So move the chains, 1st and 10 Warriors. Ball at the Highlands 12. Three receivers set. Ryan Messina in the gun. Rocco Thompson the back. Messina, quarterback keeper. Ryan up the middle. The heart of the defense denies as the stop made by Tavon Partlow. 4 yards for Messina on first down. Second down, 6 to go. Four and a half on the clock here in the third quarter. Three receivers set for the Warriors. Ryan in the gun. Thompson the back. Man in motion. A little jet sweep to the right side. Room to run. Getting the edge and diving in. Honick to the 2. Little pop pass to Honick, picks up the first down. First and goal, Elizabeth forward. Messina in the gun, quarterback keeper, Ryan to the goal line. And Messina stopped at the 1.
Is stopped down at the 1-yard line.
Warriors will try again. Messina in the gun. Ryan right up the gut this time. No deny. Ryan Messina, give him 6. And the Warriors back on the board as a 1-yard rushing touchdown by Ryan Messina. And the Warriors make it 34-7. Holdren on to attempt the extra point with Elizabeth forward, pouring it on once again. 28 unanswered, flag flies before the kick of Holdren is blocked.
Extra point attempt is blocked, but a flag on the play.
So the Warriors will try again. Good snap, good hold. Holdren's kick is up. And the kick by Holdren is good. 35-7 the Warriors add on a 1-yard touchdown run. Ryan Messina capping off another EF drive with 6. Fourth touchdown of the night for Messina. 35-7 Elizabeth forward leads. 3:28 fourth quarter. EF defending home turf in a big way so far tonight. Still over one chapter left to be told in this contest. Highlands offense looking to get back on the board, trying to figure it out. Holdren gets set to kick off once again. He's been busy here tonight. 3:28 third quarter, 35-7. Warriors lead. DeRide Carter back to the end zone, touchback, and out at the 20, the Golden Rams of Highlands will take over. .328 third quarter from the Golden Rams 20-yard line. Pine Richland back up on top of Central Catholic. Bethel Park on top of Mars. EF on top of Highlands here, 35-7. Last drive ended in an Aaron Ulmer takeaway. Prager handoff. There's Owen Kratzenberg, and he's cut down in the backfield. As shooting the gap on the far side, it's been his day so far. At a TFL to the total for Landon Honick.
1 yard loss on the play brings up 2nd down and 11.
35-7. 2:57 rolling clock. Stop and score away from the mercy roll, which was not on my bingo card here tonight. Hand off, Owen Kratzenberg bounces up the middle. Slam down at the 21-yard line.
In on the tackle, number 23, Rocco Thompson. Gain of 2 in the play, and that brings up 3rd.
Caden Allen, the 5'11 sophomore, loosening up the right arm. The backup quarterback for Coach John DeMarco. See if he gets some action here on the next drive. They give Ryan Messina one more to try to get the clock rolling before it's Caden Allen's turn. Prager will look to throw. Pressure coming. Comes up top near side, overthrew his man as he was trying to find Marquise Johnson down the near sideline. As EF secondary runs right with Johnson, and it's 4th down and 9, another 3 and out for Highlands. So Elizabeth forward, looking like they'll have prime field position once again. 3 touchdowns and interception for Honick. Ryan Messina, 4 touchdown night, 3 through the air, 1 with his legs. End over end, takes a Golden Rams roll inside a Warrior real estate to the 46-yard line. And that's where Elizabeth Ford will start this next drive with 1:48 remaining in the third quarter. Elizabeth forward from their own 46. EF's had great starting field position all night long. They've taken advantage of it at every turn. We'll take a look at the huddle for the Warriors. As I said, Caden Allen was warming up, but you imagine Coach DeMarco gives Messina at least one more drive if they find pay dirt here. But that does actually not look to be the case. So changing of the guard here. Warriors bring in the second string offense, and Caden Allen in at signal caller. He'll take it on the left side. Allen up to the 45. Loss of 1. It's Dante Allen on the stop of the sophomore quarterback, Caden. Loss of 1 on first down. 2nd down and 11. Non-conference. Again, a little surprised Coach DeMarco didn't leave Ryan and the first stringers out for one more drive, just with the fact they would have invoked the running clock. But still a possibility with Caden Allen in the offense. Allen saw a little bit of time as a freshman quarterback keeper, and Caden Allen runs right up the chute up to the 50-yard line. Gain of 5 on 2nd down and 11. So Caden Allen makes it 3rd down and 5 for the Warriors on the penultimate play of the quarter. Play clock 37, game clock 45. Out near side for Elizabeth forward. That's the sophomore Xavier Ingram at the bottom. H-back left goes in motion. Snap to Allen. Allen pitch out right side and slam down in the backfield by Owen Kratzenberg was Noah Kern. Loss of 5 on 3rd down, and it's a 3 and out for the Elizabeth forward Warriors. And it will be 4th and 10. That will end the 3rd quarter. Warriors will have a 4th and 10 when we come back to start the 4th. 35-7, the Warriors lead the Golden Rams right here on MVI Live.
LJ Pallets and More, a veteran-owned and operated discount warehouse located in Monessen, specializing in home remodeling. Our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail stores, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Fridays, and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Stay tuned for a major announcement coming soon, and we can't wait to see you at LJ Pallets and More. Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle.
3 chapters written, 1 left to be told. A bad snap. Holder will pick it up. Ball still loose on the deck. Picked up by Highlands, but they're going to say down at the 19 was Luke Holderin. So a botched snap, and Highlands takes over deep in EF Real Estate. 1st and 10, Golden Rams. So from the EF19, Highlands trying to get on the board for the first time since their 2nd drive of the game. 27-yard loss on the play for the Warriors. First and 10, Highlands from the 19. Prager in the gun. Owen Kratzenberg the back. Owen Kratzenberg gets the call as Tevin Owen Kratzenberg scampers forward for just a pair on 1st down. 2nd down and 8 as Jaden Clark there for the stop for Elizabeth forwards defense. Second down, 8 to go. Highlands in no hurry after the short gain on 1st down. Play clock at 15. 4 receivers set for the Golden Rams. Owen Kratzenberg the back. Pistol look here for Prager. Prager. High snap. Regroups, hands it. Kratzenberg right side. Owen has the edge. Owen Kratzenberg hauled down at the 2-yard line. As it's going to be 1st and goal. Owen Kratzenberg knocked out of bounds by St. Angelo. Along with Hicks on the outside. 1st down and goal for Highlands. Ball lies at the Warrior 2-yard line. So Highlands on the verge of knocking in their first point since their 2nd drive of the game. Trying to make it a 35-14 ball game. Prager in the pistol. Rips up top. Owen Kratzenberg the back. He gets the call. Owen Kratzenberg left side. Goal line touchdown Highlands. As the Golden Rams turn the high snap on the punt into points. As Owen Kratzenberg crosses the goal line for the 3rd time this season. A 2-yard touchdown run by Tevin Owen Kratzenberg. And Highlands, 19-yard touchdown drive gets them back on the board. 35-13 as Jackson Babinsack to cut the deficit ever further. Babinsack puts the boot up and puts the boot in. 14 for Highlands, 35-14. 10:49 remaining here, fourth quarter. The Warriors 35, the Rams back on the board with 14 right here on MVI Live.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
35-14, fourth frame, 10:49 remaining in this ball game. Warriors lead it, they'll get the football back. It was the second stringer stalling out on the last drive. Elizabeth forward. Still with a 21-point advantage. 10:49 remaining in this fourth quarter. Babinsack gets set to send it away. Honick at his own 5. On the far side hash, Aaron Ulmer near side. As driven towards Aaron Ulmer off the hop. Ulmer at the 14. Aaron Ulmer swallowed up by Pearson at the 25. And that's where this Warrior drive will get underway as Elizabeth forward takes over. First down and 10. 10:43 remaining here in quarter number 4. Ball on the EF 25-yard line. So second drive for Caden Allen, the sophomore quarterback. Hoping it works better than the first. Allen in the gun, hand off right side. As trying to bounce through before getting slammed down by Owen Kratzenberg. The Warrior tailback, Noah Curran. Curran picks up 2 on first down. Second down and 8 now for Elizabeth forward. Ball lies on the Warrior 27. 10:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The sophomore, Caden Allen. Quarterback keeper right side, spins into a pal, picks up maybe half a yard on second down before the heart of the defense swallows up Allen. Once again, Logan Teese making his presence known as Teese has had a big night today for Highlands. Just not much to show for it as a team on the scoreboard. Allen in the gun again. 3 receiver set, H-back left. Caden Allen. Sophomore taking his time as Allen, play fake, looks to throw and almost intercepted, then dropped. Babinsack had it, then in and out of the hands of the intended target for the Warriors, Chase Moser. So Babinsack got his hands on it first, then Moser had it in his grasp before dropping the football, and it's now 4th down and 7 for Elizabeth forward, up by 21, but Highlands back on the field with the offense coming up next, trying to cut it down to a 2-possession game. 2 3 and outs by the second team offense. As Owen Kratzenberg from the 39, Tevin breaks a tackle 50 up to the 49. As Tevin Owen Kratzenberg has Highlands' next drive starting in Warrior Real Estate. Kern on the stop after the 10-yard scamper by Owen Kratzenberg. 33 yards off the foot of Luke Holderin. 1st and 10 from the Warrior 48. Highlands punches it in here. You imagine Messina and the Warrior offense will have to come back in after 2 3 and outs and now just a 21-point lead. Chance to cut it down to a 14-point game for Highlands with 9:05 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Owen Kratzenberg on the sideline for the time being. That means Partlow's going to get the call. Bounces outside, gain of 5 before being upended by Honick again. As Landon Honick all over the field today. Gain of 4 on 1st down by Partlow. 2nd down and 6 now here for the Golden Rams. 2nd and 6, Partlow. Flanking left of Prager. 4 receiver set. See if Prager puts it back up top. He will. Quick bubble screen off the left side to Johnson. 1st down and more for Marquise Johnson. Knocked down on the far side by Stroshine and Ducey, but not before another Highlands 1st down. Here with the clock ticking inside of 8 minutes in the 4th frame. EF 35-14. Trips now near side. Johnson, Tavares, and DeRai Carter with right up top. Partlow still the back. Prager will look to throw, has time, now pressure comes, rolling right. Prager running and forced out of bounds on the near side. G.O. Thompson forces Prager to the sideline for the sack. As a loss of 3 on 1st down, G.O. Thompson, one of the freshman twins, as G.O. and Rocco both out there for the Warrior defense. 7:38, clock stopped. 2nd down and 13 from the Warrior 40-yard line. Johnson, Tavares, Carter up top. Right on the near side, Prager gets the snap. Draw to Partlow. He'll fall forward, give him 1 to the 39 before the Warrior defense swallows him up in the middle. As coming up to make the stop for Elizabeth forward. This time it was Rocco Thompson. 3rd down. They give him 2, so make it 11. Obviously, 4-down territory for Highlands, down by 21. Golden Rams trying to cut it to a 14-point deficit. Prager, 4-receiver set. As Jamarcus Prager gets the snap, looks to throw again. Prager up top, over the middle, off the hands of Marquise Johnson. He would have been in for 6 for sure, but Johnson just a little tall. It's going to be one Johnson once back, and it's 4th and 11. Marquise Johnson had what looked to be a sure thing, but the only sure thing is there are no sure things, as Johnson can't connect there, and it's going to be 4th and 11 instead of a 14-point ball game with 6:51 remaining here in the 4th, as 4th down and 11 for Highlands. Partlow's been the back all drive long, and a timeout by the Golden Rams. So we shall step aside as well, right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? Three-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Menneson. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Fourth down and 11 out of the Highlands timeout. And Weiser Painting Company player of the game at the conclusion of this one. Tavares in motion, 4 receivers on the field. Prager looks to throw, now rolls out left. Prager fires across the middle. Carter adjusting over his head. As Derai Carter can haul it in. Aaron Ulmer in coverage. And the Warriors take over, first down and 10. So Elizabeth Ford with 6:40 remaining in the ball game gets the football back from their own 38. (21-7) Warriors after one. They led 28-7 at the half, and it was 35-7 after three. 35-14 now. As Elizabeth Ford back out on the offensive. Cummings on the ball, leading the troops to the line. Caden Allen, handoff right side, Noah Kern. Powers over the 40, continues to push forward. Tees again on the stop, ball up to the 42-yard line on a 4-yard carry by Kern. Second down, 6 to go for the Warriors. Clock burns inside of 6.5 minutes here in the fourth and final frame. Warriors looking to polish off a 2-0 start and send Highlands to 1-1. EF next week versus Issei here at home. Versus Newcastle, first home game for Highlands next week. Next week we'll be at McKeesport for TJ and McKeesport. As Allen right side rolling. And Caden Allen picks up 1 and nothing more. Partlow and Pearson converge on Caden Allen for the stop. Third down for the Warriors. They gave him 2. So 3rd and 4 now here in the fourth. Ryan Messina, Landon Honick were surgical tonight on the offensive. Build an early lead, and the Warriors never looked back. Allen, read option, up the chute. Caden Allen powers forward to the 48. That's enough for the first down. First down in the third try for the second string offense for Elizabeth Forward, as Caden Allen using his athleticism to bust through the middle for the first down. Double-digit first downs here this evening for the EF offense. 4-touchdown night for Ryan Messina. 3 of them belong to Landon Honick. On the receiving end, Honick over 100 yards and an interception with 3 touchdowns as well. Clock down to 4.5. 3 receivers set. Caden Allen, handoff left side. Trying to power forward for no gain was the Warrior tailback, as swallowed up in the middle was Kern. Allen and Babasak on the stop, and there's an injured Golden Ram as they tend to hit him. We'll step aside. Final break of the game, and we'll come back. Conclusion of this one right here on MVI Live.
This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248. Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com. 35-14 EF on top of Highlands. Second down and 10 for the Warrior offense. As Gio Thompson motions left to right, he's the H-back out in this Warrior attack in the fourth frame. Under 4 to play. Caden Allen gets the snap. Right side, Kern leading the way. Allen shifts backfield, breaks away from Tees. Allen stays on his feet. Flag flies late as Caden Allen, a loss of 4, as eventually finishing off Caden Allen in the backfield was Marquise Johnson. 3:45 fourth quarter, more laundry on the field. And it was against the Warriors. Penalty is declined. So after the TFL, the Warriors going to be well behind the chains here with 3:45 in the fourth quarter remaining, as the Warriors lead at 35-14. Third down for the EF offense. Caden Allen in the gun, side car right. As Rocco Thompson flanking Allen. Rocco gets the call right up the gut. Breaks away from one, but an ankle tackle laying on his wallet by Bryce Tavares to knock down Rocco Thompson, who got it to a 4th down and 9. And that's where Elizabeth Forward will send the punting unit out. So 4th and 9, Luke Holdren back out to punt. And here comes Tevin Owen Kranzenberg back on the field, deep to receive for the Highlands Golden Rams. Holdren standing inside his own 40 at the 37. Holdren lets it fly. Fair catch called for at the 21-yard line by Owen Kranzenberg. And Highlands will send the offense back on the field possibly just one final time this evening with 2:41 remaining here in the fourth quarter. From the Golden Rams 21, it's 1st down and 10 for Highlands. As it looks like Highlands going to go with a number of reserve. Logan Tees in at quarterback, and now in at tailback. Going to be Retta Sharif, the sophomore. So Sharif in the backfield. Pistol look for Logan Tees. Tees gets the snap. Hand off Sharif. Around the right side. Back to the line of scrimmage. Flags fly again. Laundry all over the field all evening long. Tyler Scott on the stop
for the Warriors with 2:31 remaining in the fourth.
Face mask penalty on the defense.
So a face mask against the Warriors. Mark that one off. Going to be first down and 10 for Highlands, down 35-14. Pistol look again for Logan Tees. Tees, quarterback keeper, and slam down in the backfield. Rocco Thompson. Another TFL for this Warrior defense.
A loss of 2 on the play brings up
Second down and 12 after the Thompson tackle for loss. Logan Tees getting the orders from the sideline. 1:42 remaining in this ball game. 4 receiver set Warriors, after starting 0-2 a season ago, will move to 2-0 on the season. An offensive clinic for Messina and Honick. Tees, handoff. Sharif right up the seam. Sharif falls forward to the 40. 6-yard gain on second down and 12. 3rd and 6 as the clock continues to dwindle down here in the fourth. Weiser Painting Company player of the game at the conclusion of this one.
6-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 here for Highlands. Time for one final play. Game clock at 50, play clock at 15. 3 games next week on the slate after a Monday Labor Day off. Ringgold EF volleyball scheduled for Tuesday. Fraser GCC volleyball championship rematch on Thursday. Quarterback keeper. It's the wrong decision. Rocco Thompson, the freshman again.
Sack on the play for Rocco Thompson.
But as I mentioned, Fraser GCC on Thursday from Fraser High School. And then Friday Night Lights from McKeesport, a rematch of another championship in the 4A championship. As Rocco Thompson's sack will end the game, the Warriors, no question tonight, 35-14 EF all over Highlands. As the Warriors to 2-0, home versus East Day next week. Highlands to 1-1. They head home for the first time this season versus Newcastle next week. When we come back, your Weiser Painting Company player of the game right here on MVI Live.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service.
Back here from Elizabeth Forward, your Weiser Painting Company player of the game. There was obviously a couple of worthy candidates for the Warriors, as Ryan Messina, a 4-touchdown night, but it's the man who was catching them all night long, Landon Honick, your Weiser Painting Company player of the game, as Honick, 7 receptions, 135 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception defensively for your Weiser Painting Company player of the game. Landon Honick shows out in his first game here at Warrior Stadium. EF off and running from the get-go here tonight, as Elizabeth Forward forced a 3-and-out on the opening drive and a turnover on 3rd and 17, a botched handoff between Prager and Owen Kratzenberg. It was Matt Gatto jumping on the loose football. Warriors would take over, first down and 10 from the Highlands 18, and Travis Ducey would start the scoring. Got the start for the injured Markanja, as Markanja out with an injury, and Travis Ducey, a 3-yard touchdown, made it 7-0 EF. But Highlands would answer within 2.5 minutes. They'd go 80 yards, 26 yards. Prager to right. He thought he went for 6, but stepped out around the 48-yard line. But that would eventually lead to a 38-yard pitch and catch. Prager to Derai Carter. We would be deadlocked at 7, but that would be the last time this game was tied. The Warriors would get the ball on the ensuing drive at their own 25. A 31-yard Ryan Messina run would send up the 34-yard pitch and catch to Landon Honick, making it a 14-7 Warrior lead. After a 3-and-out and a 21-yard punt, Ryan Messina on 3rd and 10. He'd go for it all and get it all. 40 yards down the left side of the field to Landon Honick again, made it 21-7 EF. The Warriors would take that lead into the second quarter, and they would go 4 for 4 to start the game. 29-yard Ryan Messina run, then a 19-yard Messina pass to Stroshine, set up Ryan's 3rd touchdown pass of the night to Landon Honick from 6 yards out, making it 28-7 Elizabeth forward. On the ensuing drive, Landon Honick would pick off Prager, another big play in the opening half for Honick. But on 4th and 6, Ryan Messina would be stopped a yard short, and eventually the Warriors would get the ball back and take it to the half with a 28-7 lead after a 39-yard Messina Honick pass. Ryan Messina would cough the football up, recovered by Tees, but Tees and Highlands would give it back away as Jamarcus Prager would throw his 2nd interception of the game, this time to Aaron Almer, setting up Ryan Messina's 4th rushing touchdown of the season, making it 35-7. Highlands would get the last strike as it was Owen Kratzenberg from 2 yards out, as Tevin Owen Kratzenberg would make it 35-14. Highlands would score the lone points of the 4th quarter, but Elizabeth Forward comes home and dominates in their opening game of the season. Again, Landon Honick, your Weiser Painting Company player of the game, as 7 receptions, 135 yards, and 3 touchdowns with an interception. Also great defensively all night with some tackles for loss. He was brilliant. The Warriors to 2-0. They host East Day next week. Highlands at Brentwood next week. Full slate of games for us next week after Labor Day Monday. We'll be at Ringgold Elizabeth Forward. That game at Ringgold on Tuesday. Then Thursday, the War will be at Fraser in a championship rematch. 2 WPIO championship rematches next week on the network. So make sure you join me for both of those, GCC and Fraser. That was a championship rematch and a state semifinal rematch on Thursday. Then the 4A championship rematch between the McKeesport Tigers and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. McKeesport, I'm sure, after a blowout loss tonight, hopes to have their star-studded running back, Keemon Spell, back for that one. But the Warriors upend Highlands. No doubt tonight. EF 0-2 a season ago at this point. They are 2-0 to start the season as Ryan Messina and this Warrior offense, as advertised. Landon Honick, your Weiser Painting Company player of the game. But that will do it for us here on MVI Live. On behalf of everyone here at MVI Live and Lions Heart Media, my name is Alex Lyons, saying thank you so very much for joining me here this evening from Elizabeth Forward and taking in another edition of high school football. And a thank you to all of our great sponsors that help make these broadcasts free for you to view. Of course, B Graphics, His Place Coffee Community, and more. Elite Physical Therapy, Douglas Education Center, Realty One agent Janelle Carpenter, LJ Pallets, and more, along with Mark's Court Time, Hoods Up Quick Change, along with TC Customized RTI Insurance Services, and Ignite Youth Group. Again, thanks to Weiser Painting Company, RTI Insurance Services, Douglas Education Center, B Graphics, LJ Pallets and more, Janelle Carpenter, Hoods Up, Quick Change, His Place Coffee Community More, Ignite Youth Group, Court Time TC Customize, and Elite Physical Therapy. Until next time, I'm Alex Lyon saying thanks for tuning in. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday and a fantastic Labor Day weekend. We'll see you next week right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live and Lions Heart Media. This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.